Hey, welcome to my shop and so forth. Here's what we're making today. So hang in there, and you need to hang down at the end because I got all my links and stuff at the end, because I realize that people who watch YouTube videos on TV, they don't get the descriptions and the comments or links or nothing like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. There'll be a screen at the end, last probably 20, maybe 30 seconds. All right. Let's get after it. Hey guys, I'm sort of back. I'm gonna do a little old project here. I was in there digging around in my wood in the office there, which is that's pretty dry. And I run across this, and I think it's black gum. I'm not real sure. I know I had some, but I sort of lost track of it. And what I'm thinking about doing is just so it's not too long a project, just making a couple of small bowls out of it, because it's really pretty wood. It's not very big. Pith is right there, and I normally cut through the pith. That's 9 inches, 9 by 8, 9 by 8, and of course it's got anchor seal on. That's why you can't tell what it is. But I think I'm gonna cut a little slice off this end just to see what it looks like. I gotta get it here where it's pretty straight, best I can get it. That looks pretty straight there. Okay. And remember these things? Yeah, I made these special. They're, anytime you got something round, you want to put them in the back side right here and really stop it from rolling. So I'm going to check this out, see what it looks like. I don't want to take too much. I see some holes in it, and it's got spots in it. That might be some pretty good looking stuff here. I don't want to waste much of it, so let's go. Got an eyeball at this thing so it don't. It looks pretty good. Tighten it up here. Got them under. Yep. Okay, that ought to work. Well, it didn't help a whole hell of a lot. That looks good. What do you say? Gonna clear it? Not quite. There you are. That's sort of nasty right there, isn't it? Boy, must be some pretty hard wood right there. I mean, I can just tell by looking at that sapsucker. It's hard. Sort of pretty. I think that is that black gum. All right, I got it set up in here. See my fancy clamp there? Either Papa 47 or Phil, one of them I got the idea from, and they helped me buy it on eBay, but I modified it with this because this has this ring here and it wouldn't let it go down any further. But I got it on here now, and you are not going to move that sapsucker. The way I do it is that I'll just lower this for you, okay? See there, I put it on right there, and then I raise it up until I get it where I want it. There you go. And that's it, my friends. Make sure I got it where I want it. Yep, pretty close. And that's it. Period. All right, let's see what's going on here. There you go. You should do it. All right, I got it all mounted up on a faceplate. One thing I found out, I had to use a couple of long screws. They got in there and they just turned, so it tells me there's something going on in the middle. And I hope it's not a bunch of rot or something. So that's one of the reasons I got the tailstock on it, live center. I don't think it's anything, because I don't see anything around here. The pith is, I got a little bit of the pith right there, but I think it'll come off. This side looks good, but you know, this looks like some hard wood, because it has been in that, I know, 3 years. Let's just check it out. I don't even think we're gonna get a measurement on it. We'll see. Well, that's hard to believe, it's 10%. Huh, that's weird. Yeah, about 10. Well, you know what? That's okay, because it's going to acclimate to the humidity around it. It's not going to get any drier. And today, it's almost the end of October, and it's, believe it or not, it's going to be 84 degrees. And with very high humidity, you can almost stand and sweat. So that's the reason for that. But that's good. It's basically, it's dry. It ain't going to move no more. It ain't going to crack no more. So let's just whirl it up and see what we got. I'll move you a little bit over here more out of my way. Make sure I still got you in here. There you go. And I think we're recording, so let's do it to it. I'll be running about $1,000 on this thing. And I'll be using my Beaver. All right. I'm a little low on my tool rest, so I'm gonna stop it and bring it up. It's, you know, it's all right. I could do it there, but you see, it's actually just about a 1/16 below center. But I like them. I like them just a hair high, depending on what I'm turning. Now, if I'm turning here, I really like them on center, but if I'm turning here, I want them a little high. We're going to go ahead and put it right there. All right, what I've done here, I momentarily forgot to turn the camera back on. But I went ahead and let the sealer pretty much dry, and I came in here and used that fine dust with some CA glue, and I'm letting it sit up. I'm gonna come back and sand it, but I've made my mark here for my tenon for my big jaws. So now I'm just going to go ahead and make my tenon. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Let's see how our gap does now. We're shooting for about 1/8 of an inch. That's a little more than that. I think that'll be all right though. Just to really soak in. It's got to soak in. I see some people just put one coat of sealer on. I guess it works for them, but I don't agree with it. Isn't that pretty? Look at all that. Let that rest a while. Let me rest a while. I went ahead and sanded it. And done a little buffing on it, used a little axe paste and stuff. I normally don't totally finish the outside till I get the inside, but I just sort of want to see what this looks like. This black gum is a little bit amazing. I want to show you something here. Zoom this rascal in. You know, you think almost like it's a burrow. Look at there. Look at all that. There's so much going on in this thing. You go over on the back side here, and it's not quite as much. Got a little spalsing and stuff there. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Just thought I'd point that out. Right here, look at that. Okay. All right, that's good. That's good enough right there. Okay. So now I'm just going to finish working this out with a beaver, and I'll take a round cutter and sort of dish it out that way. I love this tool rest. You can just really get in there. Had lots of people ask me about this tool rest. It ain't nothing but a piece of angle iron welded onto a 1-inch post. Cut out with a saw. That's all it is, guys. Anybody can make them. It's mild steel. I wish it was hardened, but it's not. So we do what we do with what we got, right? Right. Okay. Burn it up. For some reason I can't see real good in there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna shut you down for a minute. I'm gonna come back, and I got some oil or grease, could be wax, on the bottom of my face shield, and it's making like waxing plexiglass would look. Boring. I gotta go clean it. Should have took you guys in there in the kitchen and showed you how I clean my face shield. You might find it interesting. Next time I need to clean it, I'll do that. I do it different than most people, and they turn out, that face shield right there, golly gee, I almost said it's a year old. You guys know how much I turn. Now, one of the secrets is you want to get the coated ones. Spend a little extra and get the coated ones. Don't buy the cheap El Cheapos, all right? All right, let's see what we can do with this. Let me find the gloves. I like gloves. I'm a tender old man, don't you know? All right, I took it off the lathe. I got too thin right here. Right here, I really wanted to leave that, but it didn't work out that way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull a Shady Acres field trick. Of course, him or Papa One's the one that convinced me to buy one of these sandal flexes and put a glove on just in case I decide to sand my hand. But they work real well for sort of like cleaning edges and stuff up. That's the way it is. Yeah. There you go. Oh, I should have sealed this first. It's not too late. Because I found out, guys, that sealing this before you use this just virtually stops that stain. So I'm going to do that, and then me and Brandy are going to go have our popcorn if he's able. He's not a well puppy anymore. For you guys that didn't know it, Brandon got bone cancer. Vet said he ain't gonna make it, but I'm trying to hang on to him as long as I can till he's hurting. So he's sort of, you can tell he ain't real happy. He sort of doesn't hang around as much as he used to. Still active, but he doesn't, I don't know how the best way to explain it to you. He's just not frisky like he used to. Of course, he's getting old. He's not an old dog. He's only like 7 or 8. He was a rescue. But I sure do like him. And he likes me. I'll go ahead and fix some of this punkiness while I'm here too. I may mix me a little slurry. We're going to let that sit up. And come back, and then we'll do our fixing with the CA. And we're going to try to put the negative rake scraper to it. I got some tool marks that sit on the bottom I need to get out. We're going to try to clean up this inside a little bit with a negative rake scraper. I fixed a few of the quacks. It's awful punky right here. Maybe I'm going to get it a little smoother. Gonna try. Let's whirl it up and see what we got. Okay, time to do some sealing. Inside looks pretty good to me. It never hurts to add a little more out here. There you go. Well, I've been sort of taking my time. I've got the sealer on it, and I went ahead, I thought I would just try it. I put some of this on it. It's Verifane Ultimate Polyurethane. It's basically a wipe-on poly. And I thought I'd try it out. I've used it before and it turned out real well. So this is Axe paste, as usual. Axe abrasive sanding paste. At the end of the video, you'll see a link. And you can get, it always happens, you get like 10% off. Yep, another damn robocall. Anyway, starting over again. This is Axe paste right here. And I've already got it steel wore down a little bit. What the hell was I saying? Axe abrasive paste. So that's what I'm going to put a little bit of this on it. And polish it up before I flip it around. A little easier to do it now. I get it flipped around and the tendon cut off. And it's all right, you can do it. You know, I use a buffing wheels, but this actually does a better job if you can do it on the lathe, that is. And this is basically a Scotch-Brite pad, my older one. I just use the same one. It seems to work fine. So let's get this thing whirled up a little. Because I'm doing so much air out here, I'm not going to be able to get this out here real good, but I'll use the Beaver system, the buffing wheels for that. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I need to do this because it's my own rule, and I don't want to break it, and it's been over here all overnight. And it was in a compressed state, so the wood can shrink, so you need to, looks like it didn't much, it turned a little bit, but not much. But you always need to check that the next day if you leave it overnight. This wood is not wet. Had this wood been wet, it probably would have moved a lot. So anyway, that's just one of my rules I got, I broke it myself. Oh yeah, that looks nice. Look at here. Like a brand new dollar. Isn't that pretty? Alright, let's put a little more on. We'll put some of this. This is the polish and restoring paste. I usually just use my fingers because it's sort of like a hand cream. I saw Tom do a episode on the other benefits of using this on different things, and I believe like a hand cream was one of them. This has canuba wax in it, and I think it's got beeswax. Beeswax, canuba wax, and mineral oil. Mineral oil, the purpose of that is to make it thin it down a little bit, but you know, mineral wax by itself is a pretty good finish. So, there you go. Put that on there. And we turn it a little slower first here. Normally I use a microcloth to finish it, but that's got those natural edge things out there, so I'm not going to do that. I'm afraid it might catch it. Some more light on the subject here. There you go. Maybe that ought to work. There it is. Alright, I'm going to get that little nubbin off. My preferred method is to use a little die grinder here. Everybody has their own way. That's a little small, I could chisel it off, but this works quite well for me. See, it's gone basic. I'm getting ready to burn my logo in the bottom of it. Almost every time I use a laser, but I think it's every time somebody asks me, what laser did you use, where did you get it, etc., etc. I have a video on it, I believe it's number 67. You can double check it, just look through my videos, it says something about my new laser. But it's a 40 watt laser, I got it off eBay. I'm going to say approximately 3.5, 4 years ago. I believe it was like less than $400. Of course, you got to buy a few extras, so you might as well spend about $500. It worked quite well. I did have some problems with it, but they were mostly me. You can do a lot of stuff with it. I don't do near what I should. Yeah, I'm going to burn this logo in it now. All right, there you go. What do you think? That's what it does. Adds a real touch of professionalism to it. Alright, I'll see you later. Well, guys and girls, there it is. One natural edge black gum bowl. It's about 7 inches, the deepest part's 4, about 7 by 4. I think it's really pretty. It sort of looks like this was a burl, but it wasn't. There was a limb coming off, but I cut it off below that. Get over here where I can see it a little better. I hold it here in my hand. You can see, where'd we go? There it is. Look at all this, see here? And you come in here, you can see it right here. See that feathering coming across there? So evidently that's where there was a limb. Could have been the edge of the pith, I'm not sure. Right next to my little beaver. There it is. Inside's all right. It's not quite as smooth as I wanted because it was really pithy. I did not know it was going to be that punky is what I meant to say, not pithy. I didn't know it was going to be that punky in there. But it turned out, it's all right, you know. It's all finished with poly wipe on, and then I use axe paste and polish. And I think it turned out really nice. It's a nice bowl. Somebody will like it. There you are. Okay, what I said earlier, I'm going to, after the pictures, hang in there because I'm going to put all the links for, for my sponsors and anything else I can think of. And that's going to stay on there quite a while because YouTube, they have this habit of putting squares of what's coming up next all over your final screen for about 10 seconds or so. I hadn't timed it, but I think it's about that long. And I've had some complaints. People say, well, I can't see that last picture because there's squares all over it. So that's what I'm going to do. So y'all take care, and I'll catch you later. And you know what? I almost forgot. Call your mama. Very, very important.